this video is to show you what I'm doing with my telescope. What I do, it's called EAA, Electronically Assisted Astronomy. So many people asking me how I upload such nice pictures with Adobe. Well, first tell you that EAA, it's not to take pictures. It's not about that. The pictures I upload are to show you and to break the myth that with Adobe it's very hard to take good pictures. But what I do, EAA, is about observing. And as some people know, I'm a visual guy. I like the power of the Dobsonian and the aperture that it has to watch the sky. But as you know, as humans, we are limited with our vision capabilities. So the EAA complements that. The EAA is a replacement for your eyepiece. It's going to help you to see what your eyes can't see through an eyepiece. And that help is with a device, an electronically device. So in my case, a camera and a laptop. For example, you are looking to the sky and through an eyepiece, and you are searching the Crab Nebula. You find the Crab Nebula, a faint fuzzy thing. Okay, you want to see more because you know that it has color, it has details that you can't see even with the best eyepiece. You can see almost no color, and the details are very hard to see. The details you are used to see with pictures from Hubble or astrophotography. So what I do, I replace my eyepiece with the device, and I take the eyepiece off, I put the camera, my ZWO, whether the 224 or the 294, in the focuser. I connect an USB 3 cable to the laptop, and then I use a software, in my case it's SharpCap Pro, to see what I can see. So what happened? When I'm looking to the Crab Nebula, I take the eyepiece, I put the camera, I connect it to the laptop, I open the SharpCap. I will do this during the night in live for you to see, and then the object pops in the screen. What happened? I do live stacking, a feature that SharpCap has, that pre-process the pictures, the frames, and is stacking, live stacking. So for example, if I use a 2-second exposure, we want short exposures to do this. If I use a 2-second exposure, I will have a delay of 2 seconds to the real time that the photons arrive. So that way, with short exposures and just a few minutes to see. I can see what my eyes can't, and you see by the pictures I upload that are not manipulated or edited. In just 2 seconds I see more than through an eyepiece. Then I usually see between 5 minutes and 10, or sometimes if I'm talking with family or so, it keeps stacking, but usually it's a short period of time. How you see my pictures? Because I push the button of save as scene. It's like a snapshot, and the software saves exactly what I'm seeing in the monitor in a little picture, and that's it. And I don't touch it anymore. I don't process it. What you see is what you get. Now, I'm aware that lots of people makes a confusion with astrophotography and EAA because of the pictures. Note that the big difference in technical terms is that astrophotography, after that picture, you edit that picture, you make your work, your personal piece of art, with saturation, with brightness, with whatever, with other softwares like PixInsight or Photoshop, and you enhance that picture to share an enhanced and better picture to the world. So that is not EAA, that is astrophotography, and because you put your edits in that picture. That is nice for the people that want to make astrophotography. The purpose is of the astrophotography is to have the final result, a very nice picture, the best they can, and they or you are always trying to get a better picture. You compete each other to have the best picture and things like that. EAA is none of that. EAA is, as you will see, I put my setup, I connect the camera, and I watch the sky. Nice and steady in these chairs, in my place, with or without family. Usually, as is late, I'm alone with the sky, and I'm watching the objects and enjoying at the moment. Sometimes I take the snapshot, sometimes I don't. And if you are with a family or friends, you can be drinking or coffee or eating or talking, and nice and steady like you were with a TV, but instead of that you are with a device pointing to an object that you want to see, knowing about that object, talking about that, and having a funny and very nice moment with your relatives or alone and the sky. That is the essence of EAA. Observing better than the human eyes, so we need a machine and a device. So that is EAA. That is not about taking a good picture. Some guys even never take pictures, just watch. And what happened? We have the instant gratification. So in a few minutes or seconds, I see most of details that I want to see, and I can see with my setup of the skies, of the object in the sky, almost instantly. I mean, I don't have to put the setup recording frames like in astrophotography, hours or days even, to then have a result. And while the telescope is recording, I'm doing nothing, no? So this is other thing. This is about enjoying watching the skies with a little head of an electronic device or some electronic device. So that said, I risk that most people that been asking me to make this video because they like the picture. Yes, they are very nice pictures, but I just want to warn you, if you watching the video to get the astrophotography path and take that final result, very nice picture with the stars, very nice without these defects. If you want that, I must warn you that you will have much better results doing pure astrophotography. So not doing EAA, not live stacking, but doing the standard, to save the frames, wait long exposures, then process those frames with different softwares, then enhance those final picture with other software, and then upload, and everybody likes your picture. But if you, and I understand, if you are at the middle and you don't want that mess of waiting too long, and you want almost instant results, which nowadays everybody wants, and with a 5 minutes or 10 minutes picture, then just enhance, not process with stacking, or just process with PixInsight or Photoshop or other programs, the picture, then yes, I admit you can do it through this path, but please don't upload your picture at the end and say I did the EAA, because you didn't. And the essence, it's the astrophotography, because the purpose, your intention is to have a very nice picture at the end, working that picture. And my purpose is, it's not that. My purpose, as I said, is to watch a bunch of objects sometimes during the night and enjoy the sky. Enjoy you and the sky, the objects. You can stop. You can stop and adapt your vision a bit. You take the camera out, you shut down the laptop, you wait about half an hour or 10 minutes or 15 minutes, whatever, to adapt again your dark vision, because the laptop blows it all. And then, for example, with my setup, you can enjoy a nice visual observation session, traditional one. Or the opposite, you can start by doing visual, and then you want to see those details, you take the eyepieces to the box, you pick the cam and the laptop, and then you will have a EAA session. It's very funny to do that. I usually do both, visual and EAA. So what I will not change your mind, but what I'm trying to make you feel is that is so grateful, but so grateful to have a setup, an easy setup to grab and go, to just place the things, and I have no electricity here, and because I don't want, I just want to place the setup, my Dob, my platform, my Equatorial platform, and the eyepieces or the laptop, and play with it during the night. And yes, then if I do EAA, I save a snapshot for my collection, because if someone comes here from my family, for example, and ask me, oh nice, you have here, oh what's a big what a big telescope. Oh, well, this is big. What do you do with this? Well, I observe the skies. And I also take some pictures of what I observe with my camera. Do you want to see? Yes. I show them my collection and they get amazed. Okay. That's an example of why it's good to have the snapshot. And also the little snapshot and your collection. Remember that each picture has, or a group of pictures, has an history, no? For example, last night I was it was a rainy night, beginning of night, but I have a lot of perseverance and I'm watching the sky, waiting for the moment, and it happened. So the sky suddenly, a little bit late, all the clouds gone, and I took my pictures and I watched my objects and I took my snapshots. So it was a very nice moment. My family said it was raining, it's bad, but it was not. At that moment, it was not cold, it was not windy, and a few clouds, and it was very nice to enjoy that moment. So I take the snapshot, I save that moment, and I study the objects that I see. One funny thing and very interesting of EAA, and I hope you enjoy that. You will see now what I will do. It's to, while you're watching an object for some minutes, you can Google in your smartphone the name of the object you are watching and you learn about the object. So it's another way, and a very nice way, to learn the skies. You Google, you read, and you learn what you understand and learn what you are seeing. Even that you know already that object, you will learn a little bit more, and you will find that what you are seeing through the setup, if it's like mine, it's very similar of the images that jump in Google also. Okay, the Hubble ones are better, but it's very similar. So that is grateful to see that what you are seeing in your monitor is not very distant from what you are seeing in astrophotography. Not in terms of perfection, but in the object itself, which is a frustration for many people, especially beginners, to realize after seeing in the web loads of pictures, loads of nice pictures of the objects, then they buy a scope, they put the eyepiece, and they see that faint cotton ball and all white and black, and some of them may be disappointed just because they don't know what they will get. So it's important to know what we will get with the setups, with the different setups. Another thing that is very important to EAA, and it's not very important, it's essential, is to have tracking. Whether it's go to with Adobe, you have to have or a Equatorial platform, or the GEM, or something that tracks the sky. My tracking is a Equatorial platform. Is not the best one, but it's enough, so who cares? It's good for a visual, it's good for EAA, and I can change telescopes if I want. It's not sticky to a telescope. And about the cameras, I strongly recommend the ZWO cameras, I have the 224 and the 294. The 224 have the disadvantage of being a tiny sensor, so that I use to planets, to small objects like planetary nebulas, and the other one, to EAA, is the one I use most, the 294, because I use for all the other objects, and it has a very important feature for do EAA with a Dobsonian. That is the wide field of view. It's very important. Why? Because if you have a wide field of view, you will have more stars. The stars, to make EAA, to use the live stacking feature that you're going to see now, the software needs to keep the things aligned. Okay, I have perfect collimation, no problems about that. I have a decent polar alignment. I will make a video about an easy way to do it, and a very nice way to do it. So I have all perfectly aligned. I have no other issues. But even like that, I will have the tracking periodic errors of the platform, and the software needs. That's why I can't make long exposures. The software needs to track to have a lot of stars to track. So this, to EAA, you really need tracking. To astrophotography, you can take some pictures without tracking, okay. But to EAA, the software can't manage the live stacking without tracking. So that is an important feature. So I have the 224, like one eyepiece, and the 294, larger field of view, like another eyepiece. That's why I see there are two eyepieces, because I don't use for astrophotography, I use for EAA. So it's like an eyepiece, an electronic one. And I change with those eyepieces. One trick to catch more stars with a 224, that is small, tiny sensor, is to use a focal reducer. You can use an inexpensive one, but working with a focal reducer and a Dobsonian, you will be aware that you got to have inward focus. You got to put the camera with a reducer, and for example, if you are on focus with the camera, you work okay with the 224 and you are used to that. With a reducer, you will have to go in with the focuser a bit more. You can short the space between the sensor and the reducer. You have less reduction, but in some cases it will work. But please be aware of that when using the 224. The 294, it's a very, 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 very nice camera to EAA. I love it. You will see now. So I think I hope with this introduction the things were clear about the difference between EAA and astrophotography too, and what I'm doing. And also just add that some people talk about that. It's about the devices, the new modern devices like Stellina or Eviscope and Vespera and things like that. Yes, they do EAA. Of course they do EAA. They stack. You don't know nothing. They pre-process and then pops a picture to the tablet or to whatever, and that's EAA. Then there are people that take that picture and post-process, and they make astrophotography too. But yes, they are EAA. It's a simple way of EAA. I can manage more things there than with that devices. With those devices, you have the advantage of a simply setup and very light with go-to and those stuff, which I don't need. But you can't manage other things to adjust. You can't use I'm not sure, but I think you can't use filters like we use here, you know, and other things. I don't know. It's a simpler setup. It's for other targets, and it will work too. Ideally, were a situation where I have the Dobsonian to make my visual observations while I was observing with the eyepieces. A little device were stacking and showing me other objects. That were for me the ideal solution, as it's very expensive and it's to have only that, not for me. I need the Dobsonian, so I managed a way to have it all. I can do with my Dobsonian all. Astrophotography, I can do visual and I can do EAA. Where I fit visual and EAA, which is a kind of visual. So let's do it. Okay, let's put the setup, and I will try to show you step by step the basics, just for help you to enter to allow you to enter the live stacking thing, because many people struggle like I did, and I will try to show you the tricks to pass that, skip that, okay? So here we are. I was focusing, I connected the camera and I was focusing with a bright star. I connected already the platform, just push the button. And usually I don't have these lights here, it's just for you to see better. And now I will do that from the beginning. I will choose an easy target tonight is not the best night because we have the moon already there, and well, but it's a nice night because we have no wind, or just a bit, and no clouds, and I think we will not have dew also. We had yesterday because of the rainy night it was at the beginning. So what I will do is I use Sky Safari, as you know. I will choose an easy target, and one that everybody likes, I think, is the Whirlpool Galaxy. And it's an easy target. I will use my go-to, which is me, a manual go-to. I don't need the electronic stuff, and I will point to Whirlpool. Let's do it. $90 degrees, more or less this. Let's see if we have it already. No. 90 degrees and a tail rod and a little more. Okay. What I did was to connect the camera, and I increased the gain. I will increase. This is 2 milliseconds, so 2 seconds. 2000 milliseconds, 2 seconds, and I have the gain at the maximum, 550. Why? To find better the object. It jumps better. Let's see again. If we get it. Okay, that's it. It's there. Now I will take the tablet from here for you to see all the steps. Now, little faint, but enough for me to see. What I do now is to center, manually of course, as I like, a bit I'm doing everything with one hand for you to see, so a little bit to the center. You see, it's not hard to have a manual go-to. Little bit more. Little bit down. Little bit. If you have all smooth, this, okay, this is more or less. That's enough. Now, I use a feature that is the sequencer, but I will not use it for you to... The sequencer do all the steps. I push the button and it goes straight away with all my settings to the live stacking, but I do it manually. So the exposure will be 2 seconds, that's okay. Now, the gain, I will... Here, the exposure, it's here. See? Here. And then fits files, maximum area, RGB, maximum area, binning 1, fits files. This is my settings. You adjust for what you work better. And now the gaining for me 450. And at the moment I did this, it gets almost can't see the galaxy. That's why I use the maximum gain to search for the objects. Now gain, okay, I don't touch anything more. I go straight to live stacking. I will center a little bit more. Hold on. Just to, I don't know if this is well placed. Okay. little bit. If you have the Dob smooth, the altazimuth and the bearings, everything, it's easy to... Okay. Live stack. Here, live stack. Okay. Look, this is... It's not so dark, the sky today. It's early. Here it's 9 p.m. and a half. So, okay. First image is stacking already. You have to put align frames for it to align. I have it, this is not important, view stack. And now we go to the histogram, just that. I go to the histogram. Ah, I forgot the darks. The darks here, darks. You don't need to use at the beginning, but I use it. So I have the files with the darks. I choose my 2 seconds. It's here. They help to clean the mess. Okay. So I will clear again and start from the beginning. Clear. When you push clear, this starts from the beginning. Now, align frames, okay. Histogram. What I do is to push this thunder, little thunder, it's the auto stretch, and look at histogram. Jumped more detail already. And here in the color, the same. The color stabilize. Well, the color I'm seeing actually is better than the one is being recorded. Anyway, doesn't matter. Now you will play with the histogram. It's stacking already, no? If you push this, I will not go a lot of technical stuff because the purpose is it's only for you to not to struggle to enter this live stacking. The histogram you can play. You push this one there and you see it's getting darker. Now this one to the right is the white level. You can adjust here to the right or to the left. I like to have more or less here. And here also the mid-level. You can adjust to be like this or like this. I like this. You will see how beautiful it will be, the image. It's already beautiful. It's better in my monitor than the tablet, but you can see it's already beautiful. How many times? 47 frames, 48, 0 ignored, which means it's tracking okay. So 50 stacked are 50. The double is 100 seconds. So 1 minute, now 1 minute and 30 seconds more or less, and we have already this. So isn't it good? You being here, okay? Nice and steady. I will turn off this light. This is a very nice light. Nice and steady. Doing this. This is the remote for the speed. Doing this. Watching. Look how beautiful it is. Now I have this in a. If you click here, you see, to pin or unpin, you can get rid of the histogram and watch and enjoy the views of the object. Look how beautiful it is. Look at this. How many minutes I took to put the Dob in place, to focus, to go to the object faster than the go-to. And I mean, this is the best. This is the best. 2 seconds. 2-second exposure. Huh? With a dog. Now, let's check little bit more. 90 stack is going to tell always if rejects a frame, it will put here. Ignore it. Memory. Now. Okay, this doesn't matter. Now, what you will do next, but I will not talk about it now. It will be for another video. These tabs with alignment, stacking. Okay, I will show my settings. Settings. For you, if you want to copy, I'm not sure if it will work for you the same way, but if it's the same setup, it will. Align frames. Align using 10 stars. Noise reduction 0.5. Minimum star 1. Many people put more. Why? Because this will catch hot pixels. I use like this. Maximum star width 32. I think it's the maximum. We want to catch many stars. 50 black level threshold. Digital gain twice. I have it twice because it works better. Hot pixel warning, yeah, I know, because I have here only one. And that's it. Now you only need to do this, and this you don't need. Default. Okay, you don't need anything else to start. So if I click here, this go away. Another thing you can do is F11. If you push the F11 here, you see the screen. I will push again. F11 stays bigger. Look how beautiful. The colors. How many frames? 150. Now I can use more, a little bit more. I usually use between 2 seconds or 4 or 8. I never go many times more than this because the platform and the periodical errors of the platform. Now this is EAA. This is to be here. Now I can move to another target, and I can be here. I will, after the video, with my family, watching this. Now we catch another one. Hey, I want to see this one. Okay, I put to another one, and then when it's over the party, I just move to the visual observation, which has some advantage, and especially to the clusters. No cluster. I have no cluster in an image that can be better than seeing a cluster of stars, any cluster, big or small, through a good eyepiece. No way. So I want to tell you one more thing. There's a forum that's Cloudy Nights, and there's another forum that I was invited today, and I'm very glad to be invited because it's only about EAA, and especially with Dobsonian. So I recommend you to register in Cloudy Nights. It's in United States, and it's the best meeting for astronomy in the world, the best meeting place online. And inside that forum you have a sub-forum, it's EAA, and I recommend you to go there, visit those guys. Then that forum I am speaking, the new one, I don't know it very well because I'm registering today, and the guys are very nice, some of them from Cloudy Nights also, and from many parts of the world. It's a French forum, but there's no problem because we have Google Translation. So nowadays the language, you can use your language to translate. And as far as I know, I saw just a bit of the forum features and topics, and I like it very much. So I recommend you also to visit that European forum. The name is, I will put the name of those forums at the description. The name is Astronomie Va. But I will put it's Astronomie dash VA. I will put at the description. While we were talking, how many frames? 235. 5 ignored. I think it was the wind. I don't know. Doesn't matter. So, you see? Now, you are happy with the picture, with the image you are seeing, and want to take a snapshot, and it's nice to do that for your collection. No, it's easy. You come here, live stack, save, and you have here save exactly as seen. Push this, and this saving snapshot captured to ta 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 ta. Okay, I have already this in a file. Now note that I have this like raw frames, save known. This is not saving. If you choose save stack or save all, this will be saving all your frames to the laptop, and I don't want that. I just want this snapshot and nothing more. Okay, I hope you enjoy, and be welcome to EAA if you are new, and enjoy this beautiful world. Cheers!